Firecracker cupcakes, let's do this. Following the directions right on my box, I'm just mixing up this funfetti cake mix with half a cup of oil and 3 eggs. Oh, and 1 cup of water. I have a nice, simple, easy funfetti cake recipe, and this one is sure to be a hit at any party all summer long. Now that I've got this mixed together, I'm going to take 2 smaller bowls and divide my batter. So I'm just going to put 1/3 of my batter right in here, and then another 1/3 of my batter will go back here. I'll save this for later. Now this all-American dessert needs some blue and red dye. We'll put a couple drops in each one. I'm just using the gel dye. I really love the brightness of these colors. And then I'll just mix them up. So we'll get the red all mixed up. We'll have this beautiful red funfetti cake. Oh my gosh. Wow, okay, I'm loving that one. I'll do the same thing back here with my blue. Take a look at that bright, vibrant blue color. It's going to be the perfect contrast for this awesome dessert. Okay, so I have these. Now I'll grab a bag and a jar and just shove my bag right in there so I can transfer these in. And now that they're transferred, I'll grab my cupcake tin that I have lined with these cute little papers. I'll start with my red, and I'm gonna come in here with my bag and I'm just going to cut the corner off, and I'm going to put a dollop right into the center of each and every one of my cakes like this. Okay, so we'll go ahead and get all 12 of these filled up with a little bit of that delicious red funfetti cake mix. Then I'll repeat the process with my blue, giving a snip to the end, and then I'm gonna go ahead and put a little bit of the blue right on top of the red, so you can kind of see what we're doing here. With my white cake batter, I'm going to go ahead and give it a little bit right in there with my blue and my red. Now you might be thinking, that is not white cake batter. You're right. So I thought I had purple, but I didn't have purple dye, so instead of adding purple dye to my yellow cake mix, I went ahead and I did a little bit of red and a little bit of blue, and then I went a little bit overboard, and so it was like this funky color, so I added some yellow, and this is where we're at. This is how we're ending. Life happens, we adapt, and that is just a-okay. Also, you can pour some right on your dress. That's fine too. And we'll repeat that process. So again, we got the red, another bout of blue. All right, wow, these are awesome. I'm going to give them a quick swirl together, nice and easy, just like this. Beautiful. Okay, so now that these are totally swirled, let's get them in the oven. These will go into the oven at 350 degrees for just about 20 minutes. Let's do this. These are out of the oven and already look adorable. Let's check them out. Oh my gosh, they are so stinking cute. Now I need to let these cool, but in the meantime, I'm going to grab some white chocolate baking chips and just a small bowl, and I'm gonna pour about 1/4 cup's worth of those chocolate chips right on into that bowl. I'll melt these down, and just like that, about a minute in the microwave, it's fully melted. We'll set this aside to cool. Those cupcakes can cool too, and I'll grab a large mixing bowl. Into my bowl will be a 1/2 cup of butter, so just 1 stick, and I'm using an unsalted butter. I'll just pop it right in there. Then I'm going to use vanilla extract, 1 teaspoon of vanilla extract, maybe a little bit more for a little extra vibrancy of that vanilla flavor, so 1.5 teaspoons. I'll come in with 1 full cup of powdered sugar, and I'm just gonna pop it in there with my butter into my large bowl. My hand mixer will mix these together. Now I'll add some heavy whipping cream, just about 2 tablespoons worth. And a pinch of salt. All right, and now I have my cooled white chocolate, so I'll go ahead and just pour a little bit of that right in there. We're gonna start with just a little bit and give it a good mix. we'll get the rest of that in there, okay? So maybe 3 separate pours of that delicious white chocolate. Just make sure it cools because it will melt the butter if you do not wait, and you don't want to melt that delicious creamy butter because that is the essence of this delicious icing. All right, that looks absolutely amazing. Let's give it the test. Oh, it's perfection. Okay, my cupcakes have cooled quite a bit here. Take a look at that. It is absolutely gorgeous. I'm loving the way that turned out. And I will go ahead and just easy peasy ice them up one at a time with a nice light layer of that delicious homemade white chocolate buttercream icing. Onto my plate. Now I have the pull and peel Twizzlers. Love these ones. This is the cherry flavor, my absolute fave. And I'll just take one of these out of the package right away and give it a cut right down the center like so. Now, with the pull and peels, these are so fascinating to me because it is just a peelable candy. So we can go ahead and just peel each piece so we have enough for all of our cupcakes. Take a look at that. And what we'll do is we'll take our flat piece here and we're going to push it right down into the center of our cupcakes like this. Here we go, just like that. And that's gonna stand up in there looking so cute. Before I get too carried away though, I have some blue sprinkles here. So I'm gonna open this guy up and just go ahead and put a nice healthy dose of blue sprinkles right on top of all of my cupcakes like this. Oh my gosh, how cute is that? Love this already. I also have a fun mixture of the non-peril sprinkles. So just adding some variety, some lighter blues, some silvers and whites, just to make these extra funky. Okay, now that I have all my blue sprinkles on, I can go ahead and get the rest of my delicious firecracker Twizzler pieces right in there. So we'll go ahead and again, just work it, push it right down into the center. That looks so cute. Oh my gosh, take a look at those. Wouldn't you love to get your hands on one? I know I do. Get this paper off here so we can take a look at those fun colors on the inside. Are you kidding? We have all that blue. She is just so cute. I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. All right, let's give this a taste. Wow, that is so tasty. It's, you know, it's a funfetti cake, but look at the inside. Isn't it awesome? Let me know what you think in the comments, and don't forget, share these fun firecracker cupcakes with your friends. It's too fun not to. Happy birthday, America!